Hey guys, so today we have a special episode. I think it's number 2.
Yes.
So this is an episode where Pint and Loudspeaker come together. So I'm here today with Dani.
Hi.
From Loudspeaker.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm alright, how are you?
I'm good. I am ready to learn about girls.
Yeah, so that's what we're doing for today's episode. I'm going to be quizzing Charlie on all things woman related.
Yeah, like men won't particularly know.
Yeah, I'm excited to see. I have high hopes for you, but I mean, we'll find out. We're going to dive. How do you feel about it?
A bit nervous.
Do you think you know a lot about the female species?
I hope so, yeah. I like to think so.
Okay, well, we'll soon find out. Okay, cool. First question. What is the alternative to a natural or a vaginal birth?
What? This is a vasectomy.
A vasectomy?
No, that's like no. What's it where like they cut a line?
Vasectomy is where you get all your like willy stuff taken out. That should have been on the men's one.
Oh, fucking shit. Okay.
So you're far off.
No. I mean, what is it when you get a line cut across your belly and then... Because that's not natural birth, is it?
No. What's it called? Gary's wife had one.
Yeah, and I thought it was vasectomy. I don't know.
A C-section.
Oh,
or a
of course
cesarean.
it is. Of course it is.
Okay.
They're getting better nowadays with covering up the scars, aren't they? Like... Instead of like from end to end, like it's starting to get smaller now, isn't it?
I believe so. Fucking painful.
Yeah.
I imagine. I mean, I haven't had one,
yeah.
but yeah, poor women.
I'm kind of like, thank fuck I'm not a woman because I would not like to give birth.
All you have to, you get the good part. You get to just,
Well,
you know.
because I feel like I'll faint if I'm in the room. Because like I generally have like a, not a fear of blood, but if I see too much, then I generally pass out. So yeah,
Just stay up the top. If I was giving birth, I wouldn't want my partner down the other end anyway, because you don't.
What happens when they hand you that baby and it's just covered in blood
and gunk?
Yeah, and then
yeah, it's different. I don't think you'd be looking at the blood though. You'd be like, oh my god, I just made that. What the fuck?
Yeah.
But yeah, just don't put your head where the doctor's is. Okay. So, strong start with a vasectomy. Question number 2. What does it mean if a woman has gone through the menopause? Like, we'll define the menopause.
Oh, right, okay, yeah. I know this one.
Okay.
So, it's basically your body isn't producing any more eggs. And, like, you reach past a certain age. And then, like, I'm pretty sure you stop having periods and stuff. And then, like, you get quite moody a lot of the time as well.
Proud of you.
Yes.
Yeah. So actually, the next question is, what age range do women typically go through the menopause? So it's quite a range here. So you could pick.
I think I know roughly.
Go on.
Like 55.
That is in the range. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I actually, this is my own research that I was doing for this. The age range it said online was 30 to 60. 30 to me is like very, very young, and 60 is quite old, but I would have said like between 40 and 60. Maybe not 60, 40 and 55.
Yeah.
But yeah, some women, 30 to 60 is the range.
Cool, that's a bit shit if you get it early though.
Yeah.
Like, you want it as late as possible, really.
I think it depends obviously on how many eggs you get. I think everyone gets a different amount of eggs in like a lifetime, and then obviously the health of them as well makes a difference. So yeah, it's a lot going on. Okay. In what body part do women commonly experience swelling when pregnant?
Swelling when pregnant.
It's a really common like symptom of pregnancy or side effect of pregnancy.
Oh, I know.
Go on.
Isn't it the boobs?
No.
No?
Their boobs can get bigger because obviously producing milk. But no. Do you want to guess again?
I think that was quite a good guess.
It's like the opposite end of the body. I'll give you that clue.
Is it just the general vagina area?
Swollen.
Vaginal area.
No, it's the feet, Charlie. Swollen ankles.
Fuck. All right, yeah. Of course it is.
Yeah. Obviously, you knew that.
Yeah, I knew that. That was going to be my next guess.
Now, this one, It's not meant as a trick question, but I think you might. So really, like, pay attention.
Right.
What is a menstrual cycle, and how long does it last?
Fuck. Oh. See, these are all the lessons that boys don't really learn about.
Should be learning.
Or, well, yeah, should be learning about. But sadly, I was not taught about this back in school, like sex education.
No.
None of it. No. Right. Okay. What was it again?
So what is a menstrual cycle, and how long does it last?
Cycle. I've heard it before. Menstrual cycle. I'm going to pass on that. But I will say how long it lasts. 3 months.
Oh, bless you. No, but we're going to learn today. This is about learning. Yeah. So, the menstrual cycle is the time from the first day of a woman's period to the day before her next period. So it's the whole cycle of like an egg leaving, the whole thing. So it's not just menstruation is just your period, like when you're bleeding, but the menstrual cycle is like the whole thing of it. So the average, obviously, get periods once a month on average, like that's the standard. So the average menstrual cycle is 28 days, but cycles from 23 to 35 days are normal. So there you go.
It's quite a while.
People can have really irregular cycles. It's a real fucking minefield out there. God. Yeah. Okay.
Stressful.
Yeah, it's a little bit, yeah. Especially when you're not practicing safe sex. Everyone practice safe sex, because if not, then not knowing your cycle well enough can really lead to some...
Safety first, wear your helmets.
Concerns. Yeah, exactly. And your stabilisers. Okay, next question.
Right, hit me.
What type of cancer only affects women? Cervical, thyroid, or breast?
No, right. Breast can affect dudes as well. I didn't know. That's a trick one.
I tried to trick you out with this one.
And what were the first two, sorry?
Cervical or thyroid?
So I feel like thyroid has something to do with the thigh.
Right, okay.
Am I getting warm?
No.
No, alright, okay. And what was the first one?
Cervical.
Cervical.
Do you know what the cervix are?
I feel like I should know. I feel like it's cervical. Yeah!
Congratulations.
Even though I have no idea what it fucking is.
Cervix are in the... It's not actually in the vagina, because the vagina is a very specific part. Right, okay. But it's all cervix. What is your cervix? I don't even know that. Your cervix dilate when you're giving birth. Right, okay. So it's like the canal...
The floodgates.
Yeah, like when they're dilated 10 centimetres, the Great Flood is coming.
The Great Flood.
Yeah.
Flushed away all the snails.
The Flood! That's such a good film. That is the best film. Up top in Kensington. I love that film.
So good.
Yeah, thyroid is like a gland.
Right.
It's like in your head, I believe, like around... up top in Kensington.
Yeah, right.
It's like the eye, behind the eyes. I don't really know, but it's all this bit.
Oh, okay. And so only ladies get that?
No. So cervical is the one that only ladies get.
Right.
And then thyroid. And men can get breast cancer, which I tried to throw you off.
Which, you know what? I don't think you hear about that a lot.
No.
But, like, it happens.
Yeah.
But I don't think, like, men talk about it.
No, obviously it's rarer in men because like there's less tissue there, but like it's still
possible.
A thing, yeah. Okay. You're not getting this one.
Oh, no.
A small T-shaped device inserted into a woman's uterus for birth control and health purposes is called what?
A coil.
Do you know what? I feel like I'm going to give you that.
Yeah?
But I could be wrong. It's an IUD.
Right.
So it's an intrauterine device. That's what an IUD is. Yeah. But I need to Google this because I'm sure an IUD is the copper coil.
Yeah, I've heard a coil is very uncomfortable.
I want the coil. Not for the pain, but...
I want problems, always.
Extra question. How long does the copper coil last? There's
Ooh.
2 different options you can have. You can have it taken out at any time.
Yeah. I feel like maybe a couple years.
5 years.
5 years.
Or
okay.
10 years.
Oh,
You can just leave it up there, swimming about, no kids. For 10 years, you don't need to worry about it. It's fucking great.
But to me, I feel like that seems like... Actually, no, to be fair, because it's not the only solution that putting something in you.
Yeah.
Because you've also got the implant, right? But
Ooh,
like both
look
of
at
those...
you.
Yeah, both of those... I'm safe. I'm safe, everyone. Both of those seem very unnatural, man. Like just sticking something in you.
My biggest thing with the copper coil, and the reason that I say I want it, is because it's the only one that I'm aware of, aside from like condoms and it's the only one that doesn't affect your hormones, and I'm, as you know, a bit of a hormonal mess.
Okay.
So it doesn't have an effect on that. Like I tried the pill, and it just like it can really mess with some girls. Obviously, it depends on your natural kind of hormone levels, but it's the least. Once it's in, you don't have to think about it. It doesn't fuck with like your emotions or anything. So that's kind of the good thing about it. But I don't know if this is true, but like apparently it's just the copper that like the sperm like gets killed by like the fact that it's copper. It's wild.
Yeah, because isn't copper like it doesn't get germs on it?
I don't know. Isn't it snails that can't go over like copper or something?
First, I've fucking heard of that.
I might have made that up
because
too.
they make doorknobs out of brass, right? Because then I don't know where I'm going with this.
Copper and brass are not the same. But you were right with that question.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
So IUD is a copper coil. So you got that right. I'm impressed with that, to be honest.
Yes. But 3 out of like 5, is it?
I don't even know. You've done all right.
You're keep track of this.
You started with vasectomy, which was, I was like, oh, here we go. But then you got the menopause one.
Yeah.
Then you got the, you kind of got the age range for menopause, I'll give you that.
Yeah.
The feet one, the swelling thing.
Yeah, that was embarrassing.
No. Menstrual cycle, you didn't have a clue.
Coil.
You got cervical cancer and the coil, so you've got 4.
I'm disappointed with the menstrual cycle because I've heard my girlfriend say that, so I'm really disappointed.
You should be listening to her more then. Yeah.
I should be.
That's another women's question. They like to be listened to. There you go. That's a free nugget for you.
Just had to add that in there.
Yeah. Okay. Name one symptom that women can experience on birth control pills. There's 3 options here, but if you say any
One
more.
experience.
One symptom that women can experience.
Well, it delays your period.
Yeah, well,
It can like shift around the pattern a bit.
it actually tends to regulate it because there's 2 types of pill. There's one that you just take constantly all the time, and I think that can kind of mess with things. But the second type, you take it for 3 weeks and then you stop taking it for a week, and it's in that week that you have, it's not a period, but you bleed. Like they don't call it a period. So actually for people that have really irregular cycles, they recommend that because then you know, okay, I'm doing 3 weeks and then I know when my period's coming. So actually with the second type, it can regulate it more.
Okay. Obviously
But
it
like,
affects your mood as well.
Okay.
Like your hormones.
Yeah.
Um.
So what is a mood related disorder or disease?
Depression.
Perfect. There you go. Ding, ding, ding.
Yeah.
So the 3 on here were weight gain, blood clots, and depression.
Oh, weight gain as well. Why? What is that? Just because you'll get depressed and then what is it?
I think it's actually like I don't know. But from what I've heard from other women, like you can just put on weight on because again, it's hormones. Like it's messing with your hormones.
Yeah.
So literally, some people's natural hormones don't agree with the pill. And the way that shows up is they literally put on weight. They're eating the same things, doing the same things. Like they feel fine, but they just put on loads of weight.
The body tries to like protect itself or something or do something weird. Yeah, that's mad. I never knew that.
It's wild. Do you know what I'm learning through this is I actually probably need to know more about it. Because I'm like, I don't really know, but it's not the most informative. But okay.
I'm kind of happy with how I've gone so far.
You're doing better than I thought you would, so I'm proud of you.
Good.
Back to your favourite subject. You seem to know a lot about the menopause. Name one symptom that women can experience during the menopause. There's, again, 3 options, but there's a lot more.
Well, I think that definitely it's a mood swing, for sure.
Correct. Do you want to go for a second one?
Yeah, you stop having your period.
Yep.
And I don't know, actually. Do you lack in vitamins or something?
I'm sure you probably do. But the 2 on here are hot flushes. So have you ever heard of women like, oh my God, I'm having a hot flush?
Oh, no.
Yeah, it's because your body, the temperature is just fucked.
Oh,
and vaginal dryness. So women can't really get wet they do when they're young spring chickens.
So you need an added bottle for that.
Yeah, there's actual, obviously there's lube and stuff.
Yeah.
But there's actual, products specifically for vaginal dryness.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's wild. It's...
I never knew
I
that.
get embarrassed talking about it because I'm like, that's actually my future.
This is my gender. What the fuck?
I know. Yeah, it's we go through a fucking lot.
Yeah, men don't get dry dick.
No, but they do get erectile dysfunction.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
So imagine that combination when you get old with your partner. They've got ED, you've got a dry little vag.
I think you just stop there. I think you
call it off.
Call it off.
You'd have to. It would just be depressing. Honestly. Okay. The final one of the symptoms series. Name one symptom that women can experience during menstruation or their periods.
One symptom during menstruation.
You've seen me in the office today. I'm on my period, guys.
So you get fucking annoyed at everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, so basically...
So mood swings is one of them.
For sure. I mean, again, is it
what's the common one? When a girl's on their period, what's one
eat a lot?
Yeah, that's not on there, but that's definitely true.
You're flushing out stuff, aren't you? So your body needs... Yeah, okay.
You lose litres. I'm sure might have made that... I'm sure you lose litres.
Because how many pints of blood does the body have?
Now you're asking me mad questions.
Yeah.
I came here with this knowledge about women.
I came here to ask you questions.
I haven't got a clue. But hang on, I want to find out.
Yeah, because that is mad.
How many pints of blood in the human body?
If you're losing of a pint or so at a time, that's mad.
It's 8 to 10 pints in the human body. And how many pints of blood does a woman lose during her period? God, Oh, okay. I was... I was so off by saying litres.
What is it?
Every woman's period is different, but under normal conditions, menstrual blood loss constitutes 2 to 3 tablespoons of blood a month.
Oh, okay.
So 30 to 50 millilitres.
Oh, wow. Okay, yeah. So that's nothing compared to a pint.
No.
Yeah.
But still, that's a double shot of vodka. 50 mil is a shot glass. Which actually...
Shut.
Everybody! That, again, like they say, it's different for everyone. But that doesn't seem like a lot.
No, it doesn't.
And I would say that I would lose more blood than that. I mean, I know you didn't ask, but...
Yeah.
50 millilitres, doesn't seem like a lot at all. That feels like... Who knows? Obviously, I'm just dramatic and think it's more than that. Oh, God. Oh, I don't want to read any more about that. That's scaring me. I'm going down the Google rabbit hole.
Yeah.
Okay. So, cramps, bloating, and mood swings was the 3. Okay. What does postpartum mean?
You girls have got some mad science. All these names.
It's hard.
It's what the hell? Your sex education lessons must have been twice as long.
No, but that's the issue. There's so much more to know, and But do you know what? Our sex education lessons include what to do when you get your period, how you get pregnant, how you stop getting pregnant, like these kinds of like scary things. Whereas guys get to talk about like ejaculation and wet dreams and all of that stuff.
Yeah, but there's also protect yourself as well.
Yeah, of course. But then because all of our focus is on like not getting pregnant or making sure you know the signs of this or whatever, then you don't get to talk about like, there's no enjoyment that's spoken about, or like how girls can like masturbate and stuff, because obviously that's important that girls know too.
100%. But I do feel, and please correct me if I'm wrong,
that
I feel like there is more leaning on the female when it comes to if they get pregnant, because
for sure,
in an idea, like, it's kind of like in the real world, if you do get pregnant, then the bloke can tell you to get an abortion, but then the girl can technically keep it.
Ultimately, it's up to her.
Yeah, exactly, right? And I feel like even when the baby's born, then there is that the bigger bond between the mother and children than the bloke. So I don't know. I do agree with you. It's like, it's probably not, I wasn't in your lessons, but I do agree with you. But yeah, there is a lot more responsibility to the female.
I've said to my friend, like, I've had conversations before where I've said, like, if a girl or a woman gets pregnant, then even if the guy's like, yeah, have it, it's gonna be great, blah blah blah. As a woman, maybe it's just me and just being cynical, but you have to take into account that at some point you could be doing it by yourself.
Yeah.
That's something that the guy doesn't. He could, 6 months into the pregnancy, a year into the kid's life, whatever, can just disappear.
Yeah.
Whereas like when the woman has made that decision to have a baby, she knows that that's her responsibility now, regardless, or for most women, like going forward. So it's definitely more responsibility on women. But then at the same time, it's like, why do we have to get all the shit? Like, they're told about, you know, abortions and IUDs and postpartum. We don't get told how great a vibrator is. Like, it's shit. Like, it's just, I don't know. Sex education needs to like be modernized, I think. What does postpartum mean? Speaking of pregnancy.
Is that just basically aborting the baby? Like, no.
Break it down. So post, and then
right. So afterwards.
Yep. After, and then partum. I can't help you. I mean, partum.
So splitting up after the baby's born.
No, but the after bit. So it literally means after giving birth. So I don't know if you've heard of like postpartum depression. That's when women can, like, their hormones are all over the place, so then they can get depressed after
So
birth.
how long does that last for then? Do you know?
I'm so glad you asked. The next question is
how long
is the usual postpartum period?
Yeah. I feel like it could probably take years. I feel like for some women, I reckon, because that is a big thing in their life, and that could probably mess you up for a little bit.
They say that once you've been pregnant, that DNA, it alters your DNA forever. Like your okay. Like it's, but that's obviously, so that's a little bit different. They say that the postpartum period is usually 6 weeks, or like a fourth trimester. Okay. There's 3 trimesters in pregnancy, and some people call it like the 4th trimester. But you're right. There's been a lot of women that have said, you know, like, you don't bounce back after 6 weeks. Your body's not the same. Your hormones aren't the same. Like, postpartum is a process, and I mean, I don't know, but in medical terms, it's 6 weeks.
I mean, like, as we can tell from this podcast, I'm not massively educated on this whole thing. Right. But I feel like when you're gonna go and have a child, you need to think more about just having the kid. It's more like how it's gonna affect yourself, like, and your partner and stuff. That's kind of what I've taken away from this, really.
Yeah, for sure. Like, yeah, definitely with pregnancy, I think there's a lot of thought goes into like the baby and the delivery and all of those things.
That's tunnel vision on that, right?
Yeah. And people always think, oh, what am I going to do at the birth? And, you know, and the water's breaking. But the woman's body changes so like unbelievable. It's crazy what a woman's body goes through from in those 9 months. Like insane. Like mentally as well though, not even just the body. Like you're literally creating another life. They're sucking all of the nutrients out of you. Like it's insane. And yeah, I think that gets overlooked sometimes. There's the amount of side effects of pregnancy. The list is like as long as my arm.
Jeez.
Final question. This is good luck.
Oh no.
Mate, you know, if you've been listening to Laura at all, you might know.
All right.
What is endometriosis?
Endometriosis? How the fuck do you even spell that?
It's a long word. Endometriosis.
I feel like that's probably one of the longest words I've ever heard in my life. Endometriosis. Fuck it. That's when the baby's just born. Everything's done. It's at its end. It's at its endometriosis.
That was a really good guess, but it's wrong.
Oh!
But I think I prefer that to the actual definition, and that is a lot less painful than the actual definition.
Oh, okay.
So endometriosis is a very long word for something that's quite simple, but it's a condition, a long-term condition, where tissue similar to the lining of the womb grows in other places, such as ovaries and fallopian tubes.
So is that where you start to get a bit of weight afterwards?
I think it can definitely. I'm not an expert, but I think it can really bloating can be really bad. But the main side effect is like women with endometriosis have like the most excruciating period pain, because I don't actually know why. It says though symptoms of endometriosis include pain in your lower tummy or back. You can get like all like your lower back is that you on a normal period you get back pain, but endometriosis is meant to be horrific. Severe period pain and pain during or after sex, because obviously like your womb lining is meant to stay in your womb, like it's not meant to be anywhere else in the
no,
like, so that's and it's quite common.
One question before we do wrap this up.
Go for it.
What if you could describe the pain of being on your period, because a guy has no idea what it feels like. Take the floor.
Well, it's funny you say that actually, because I'm very, very lucky. I don't really suffer that badly with period pain. Every woman's very different. Like I say, it can range from endometriosis to like you don't really feel anything at all.
Yeah.
But I got my period yesterday, and it was literally crippling. Like I was bent in half, just like, I can't even compare it to anything else. It's like someone's got a hot knife,
right,
and is pressing it inside you. And then sometimes, if you're on your period as well, you'll just get like a random shooting pain in your arsehole. Like someone has literally shot you up the arse. You get back pain, which is, you know what back pain feels like, but like in your lower back. And then you can get dizzy. You can get lightheaded. You get hot. A period poo is one of the best things to ever happen though. It's like, have you ever had alcohol poo? You know, like when you're hungover and you do a shit and it's like, you get all hot and flustered and then like, it feels really good after.
You know what? No. But
you liar. You're smiling like, you know, that's what a period poo is like. It can be really, really painful. Like, I couldn't even get in the shower for about 2 hours yesterday.
Oh my word.
Because I was like worried I was going to faint and could barely stand straight.
Shit.
Hot water bottles though, you'll be fine. Women are fucking soldiers. But yeah, cool.
I think that's it.
That is it. I'm proud of you.
Thank you.
I hope you've learned something.
Yeah.
I have. And yeah, congratulations.
So I'm going to attempt to do this outro. Make sure you like and comment as well. Like if you have any questions or if you want to educate us further, please comment it.
We're no experts.
You can find this podcast like Spotify, Apple, YouTube,
wherever you get your podcasts.
Yeah, wherever you get your podcasts. And so this has been Danny.
Hi, bye.
And this has been me. So Bye, and see you next time.
Bye.
Bye.